Hi everybody. This video is for a caregiver who sent me an email through my website, Bewildered and Befuddled. I'm Pamela D Wilson. My website is PamelaDWilson.com. On there, a lot of help for caregivers and aging adults. If you are a caregiver in a similar situation as Bewildered and Befuddled, there's a lot of help out there for you. How many of you caregivers are caring for elderly parents or grandparents or a spouse or even two sets of elderly parents at the same time? The more people that you care for, the more you are responsible, the more you feel responsible, and the more that you can be concerned about whether you're making the right decisions, whether you're making the right choices, and you can feel very guilty when things go wrong that you can't control. The nature of being a caregiver is that we care for people who have illnesses, who are sick, who don't feel well, who may have memory loss. And those are all aspects that we can't control. And they're aspects that we didn't contribute to. We didn't cause our parents or a spouse or a loved one to become ill or become sick, yet we are the person who takes care of them day in and day out. And we see this happening, and as caregivers, we can feel very hopeless, very helpless. This particular caregiver, in communicating with me, said, an online course would be so helpful. Do you have one? And I do. In this video post, you will find a link to my online course. It is called Taking Care of Elderly Parents Stay at Home, but it really applies to anyone that you are caring for. And as I always talk about in caregiving situations, the care and the knowledge that you acquire in caring for others helps you care for yourself. So let's talk about the decisions that caregivers have to make and what is in this course and why the course makes sense. If you've been watching these videos for some time, or if you've visited my website, you know that I have over 20 years of professional experience in addition to my personal experience, which is the loss of both of my parents, a brother, a sister, grandparents, and so many other family members. I was the baby of the family, so naturally, many of my family members have already passed away. In the course, we talk about family relationships, which, as you know, the quality of the relationships that you have in your family, with your parents, with your spouse, with the people that you are caring for, the better those relationships are, the easier and the better your caregiving relationship is. Now, this doesn't take into consideration issues where elderly parents want to remain independent and they might refuse care, or where they have some type of cognitive impairment and they don't realize that they're not taking care of themselves. That is another totally separate conversation that we have in the course. So we talk about family relationships, the importance of communicating about caregiving needs and wishes and what people want, and realizing that sometimes what someone says they want today in a situation can truly change tomorrow if some other unexpected events happen and they see the situation differently. It talks about the importance of legal planning, power of attorney, financial, medical, wills, living wills, all of that. Talks about many of the health concerns that I educate about in the videos that I do in my podcast, because in caregiving, what many caregivers don't realize, if you've never done this before, and many of us haven't until we get into it, is that one chronic disease relates to the next and the next and the next. And there are many things that people can do to manage chronic diseases, to prevent them from getting worse at a very rapid rate. Now, through the disease process, we all know that sometimes there is nothing we can do if cancer or another serious diagnosis exists, but we can make the day-to-day better. The course talks about all of the things that caregivers can watch for, can monitor on a day-to-day basis, things that you can do to take care of your parents and yourself. how to navigate care, medical appointments, communicating with the healthcare providers, thinking about in-home caregivers, thinking about care communities, palliative care, hospice care. This course is 30 hours of webinar content and additional podcast content. And you may be thinking, well, Pamela, I don't have time to do that. My question is, do you have time to worry? Do you have time to make mistakes that you could avoid by spending a little bit of time in this course? It's available 24/7. You can go through the course at 2 a.m. if you can't sleep at night. You can share it with your family members. You can become so much more educated and make better decisions about all of the care needs of your parents, your grandparents, and everyone that you're taking care of. So I highly encourage you to click on the link in this video post. Check out the online course. It's on my website. It's on a special membership site that is truly confidential. No surprises. It shares my experience of caring for my clients over a 20-year period and all of the experience and the wisdom that I gained. I'm Pamela D Wilson. Please share this video with others you know who might find it helpful. Thanks for being here. I will see you again soon in another video.